Hey Saints, welcome back. I'm Jacob Talley.
And I'm Brody Wyan, and this is SFHS Today.
In national news, the United States are now allowing vaccinated, non-essential travelers from Canada and Mexico entrance into the country next month. Non-essential travelers have not been allowed into the country since March 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
In school news, last Monday, students in advisory took the SABRS, Social, Academic, and Emotional Behavior Risk Screener, in order to help teachers and counselors monitor students for social, emotional health issues. Students should have taken the screening through their first FastBridge testing portal. If your teacher was gone, please check in on the next advisory you have with them.
With being in week 7 of the school year, that means mid-tri conferences are tonight. A group of our reporters talked to some of the teachers about how parents can get the most out of the conferences tonight.
How do you sign up for conferences?
So there's a website that your parents can sign up for, My Conference Time. We would like to see parents in the building, but if they want to, they have an option of setting up for a Google Meets also instead.
How many people do you hope come in for conferences?
I'm hoping at least 15 to 20, just because I have students that students' parents that I would like to communicate some things, and also just like to see some people who I may not have to communicate as well.
And then when are mid-tri grades put in?
So it is due on Monday, October 18th, 3 p.m. I'm hoping to put it before then.
In other school news, reporters Lauren Perry and Grace Skelquist did a little digging into the parking fee structure and spoke with a building parking monitor, Brad Rolfe, about these issues.
What is your job standing by the shack in the morning and after school?
Well, my job description or job title is parking and building monitor. So standing at the guard shack in the morning and in the afternoon is just one of the things that I do. And one of the reasons I stand in the doorway and greet students is I can gauge what kind of mood kids are in coming in. I match students with vehicles in case I need to track a student down. Hopefully my presence calms driving conduct, and I'm also checking for parking permits hanging from the mirrors.
All right, why do students have to pay $60 for a parking pass, and what does the money go towards?
All right, paying for parking permits is not unusual. Most school districts charge a fee. St. Francis's fee is somewhere in the middle. There are some districts that are less, some districts are more. Driving to school and parking on campus is a privilege, it's not a right. And especially once the underclassmen get their driver's license, there are fewer parking spaces than there are drivers. So we have to regulate that in some manner.
What is the consequence for students that don't pay?
Well, it can go as high as having a vehicle towed and impounded, and that's a decision made by the principal. Or a citation, a parking ticket can be issued by the police department. There's a fine associated with that. So there are consequences for not buying a parking permit.
Some students have been concerned about the condition of the lot and whether or not their parking fees are going towards the maintenance of the lot. We will follow up with these questions in a later investigative report.
In activities news, the debate team traveled to the University of Minnesota, where the novice team of Lexus Wolfgram and Brock Beersba placed 7th under the coaching of Andy Cherrier and Mark Toole.
With the practice of the fall play underway, we had some of our reporters talk to Milo Toole and Davin Luco to learn more about the show and this week's 5 Minutes of Fame.
Student celebrities everywhere, this is why you should care about 5 Minutes of Fame.
So what's your guys' name and what role do you guys play in the play?
I'm Davin Luco, and I play the role of Ed Boone.
I'm Milo Toole, and I play the role of Christopher Boone.
And what is the name of the play?
So the name of the play is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime.
This play is about a boy named Christopher Boone. He has a lot of qualities that would define him as being autistic or Asperger's syndrome. The whole play starts out with a dead dog in the middle of the stage, and Christopher finds it. But then his neighbor, Mrs. Shears, walks out and assumes that he's the one who killed her dog. And that's how things just keep unwrapping and unraveling, and it goes down deeper and deeper.
And don't act like you didn't deserve it, because you bloody did!
What are we getting?
We're going to school.
As someone with a sibling with autism, do you find it easier to understand the role of your character?
I do. It's hard living with a sister or sibling who has autism, but as someone who has autism myself, I understand the struggles that it takes. It took me years to understand how I work, and understanding how my sister Josephine works has been tough as well. A lot of people think that autism can be is described as one thing for everyone, but the truth is, when you met one person with autism, you've only met one person with autism. There are millions of different, not kinds of autism, but different ways that autism is represented. Everyone who has autism is different.
Come see our show. We have shows on the 28th through the 30th of October.
Don't miss it.
Time to get your Uggs and turtlenecks because we're falling into fall. This week's RQT is all about your favorite fall drinks.
It's the random question thing, ding.
What's your favorite fall drink?
My favorite fall drink is an iced chai latte with pumpkin cold foam. And I like the pumpkin cream cold brew.
My favorite fall drink is water, and mine is iced chai.
What's your favorite fall drink?
Apple cider, pumpkin spice latte. I also love a pumpkin spice latte.
An apple crisp latte.
Now let's kick it over to sports.
Hey there, Saints. I'm Nick Coop, and this is Sports. In national sports news, the Las Vegas Raiders head coach John Gruden resigned on Monday the 11th after emails containing negative opinions on gay NFL players and players who protested during the national anthem were uncovered in a misconduct investigation by NFL officials, according to CBS Sports. As playoff season kicks off for high school athletes, girls soccer continues their record-breaking season after beating the Becker Bulldogs 4-0 in their first round of sections. Their next game is this Tuesday home against the Wilmer Cardinals.
How does it feel to make St. Francis girls soccer history?
Feels great, 15-0. It's the best record we've had in 33 years. Most goals against before this year was 16, and we only had four goals against this year. So it was another record we broke. And most shutouts in a year, it used to be 16, or it used to be 9, and we had 11 shutouts this year.
Sweet, it was an awesome year. Go Saints.
From one soccer team to another, our very own Colin Dallas and Aman Otomakin talked with 3 of the boys soccer players on how the season has gone and their highlights of the season.
How does it feel to be a freshman starting on varsity?
It's a really good experience, and I'm really looking forward to the next 3 years.
What was your greatest memory from the season?
My greatest memory from the season was when I scored my first varsity goal against Zimmerman.
Who is the greatest inspiration on the team?
I look up to all the older guys. Like, they're all older than me, so they're kind of role models. And someday I wish I want to be that good.
What's your name?
Aaron Johnson.
How does it feel to be one of the few seniors on varsity?
It feels really good. I definitely enjoy it.
What's one of your favorite memories at St. Francis?
Being a part of the 2019 boys state team.
What's your name?
My name is Samuel Stanks.
How was your only year here for soccer at St. Francis?
Really fun, really cool, nice experience, made a lot of friends, so really fun.
How is soccer here compared to the Netherlands?
It's, the game is all the same, but I think we play in Europe a higher level soccer, so compared to this it's a little different.
What's your go-to celebration when you score?
This past Friday night was senior night for our football players, and as the season ticks down to its final seconds, Haley Wilds went out to talk to a few of our new seniors and one retired senior football player.
Are you enjoying your first year playing for the Saints?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting so far. I like it. Something new.
Why did you stop playing football for St. Francis this year?
I don't know. I mean, I've had some injuries previous years, and I was just getting tired of it a little too much.
12th grade, and I come from North High School. The one thing I like about playing football here is, I don't know, it's like, it's a good school, good football team. I see a lot of potential. I feel like if we can communicate here and be leaders, I'm just glad that I have this opportunity to play here for this school and to be a leader and win a championship.
Back to Jacob and Brody on the main script.
Before we go, as the parking lots of SFHS fill up, you can see a large variety of cars. We have decided to highlight Chase Paterka in this week's Whip of the Week.
I'm Chase Paterka, and this is my 1999 F-250.
Did you want to talk a little bit about your truck?
Yep, so this is my 1999 F-250. It has a leveling kit in the front. The rim is a 20 by 12 and the tires are a 33 by 12.5. Put aftermarket tow mirrors on there. If you walk around to the other side, I have what's called a cutout on the truck. So basically underneath, I can press a button and it'll go through the stock muffler and it'll be quiet. Or I can press a button and it'll come out these chrome tips here and it'll be straight piped. And that's pretty much all there is to this truck.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Beautiful truck.
That's all we have for you this week. Stay safe, Saints.